There seems to be a great deal of confusion as to how Apple TV processes Atmos and whether it's onboard processing rather than sending out a high definition bit stream to your AVR, AVC, or even your soundbar is indeed better than and letting that process it rather than the processing on the Apple device itself. Now, a lot of people have said that if you have it as auto, which defaults to Atmos, the sound isn't as great as if it were a genuine Atmos stream. So, for instance, on your AV unit or your soundbar, it may in fact just say PCM rather than Atmos, or it may say Atmos MAT, or something very similar to that. Some just say Atmos, which is fine. But the key thing to remember is that it's not your AVR or your soundbar doing the processing of the Atmos stream. It's actually being done within the Apple device itself, and then that's being sent to your AVR or soundbar. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just meaning that the processing of that is done in the device rather than in your AVR or AVC or on your soundbar. There is a big argument to suggest that clearly there's a difference between streaming audio and video and Atmos as to how good that is as compared to a Blu-ray UHD disc. Now, clearly the disc is going to be better because it's a bit stream, it's a much higher resolution, and the processing is sent from your DVD, from your Blu-ray 4K player directly, unprocessed bitstream HD to your AVR device or your soundbar to then do the processing there. So it's just a matter of understanding the differences between the streaming aspect and where the processing is done, and the bitstream aspect as opposed to the processing being done on board your AVR. Now, can you make your AVR do the processing of the Atmos channel from the Apple TV? The short answer to that is no. What you can do, and what I've seen is a lot of workarounds, and it does sound a little bit better depending on what you have in terms of speaker setup, and I'll explain that in a moment, is that you can put it to Dolby 5.1, which is not the same as Atmos, but what that will then do is it will send it to your AVR, more of an uncompressed signal without any processing being done on board the Apple device. And then what you can then do is you can then, if depending on your AVR device, you can set it to Auro 3D, and the other one, which is called Dolby DTS Neural X. So those are the kind of alternatives to Atmos. And in some ways I prefer these because my setup has a I think it's called the Sound of God speaker, where I've got one right above where I sit, and the Neural X and the Auro 3D take advantage of that. And also there's a big difference in terms of how Neural X and Auro 3D treat a 5.1 signal as opposed to a Atmos signal. The Atmos signal, the mix is designed for Atmos. The mixing engineer has specifically chosen how certain things whiz around and the specific height of certain elements within the audioscape of which you're listening to. So, of course, it makes sense that if you say listening to the audio of a movie and you're watching it on a Blu-ray 4K player, Atmos is the way to go. But if you're watching a 4K, an Atmos stream, and you feel like you're missing something, and you have an AVR, AVC, or soundbar that has Auro 3D or Neural X capabilities, I would thoroughly recommend that you give this a try, just out of preference, just to see if you like it. Because I've noticed there are some times when I'm watching a movie where it's meant to be in Atmos and it's showing that it's in Atmos on my setup, but I'm just not getting the height. I'm not just getting the elements that I would normally get, say, from a UHD 4K disc. So what I then do is I go to the menu in the audio and move it from auto, which is Atmos, down to Dolby Digital 5.1. And then within my AVR, or AVC in my case, I'll set it to the onboard processing to be Neural X, or sometimes Auro 3D, depending on how I'm feeling. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter if you don't have the sort of the sound of God. I think it's what it's called, speaker above you, but it does help an awful lot. But what it does do is, for both of those, the processing really lifts the soundstage and puts a lot of elements up above you. And depending on the movie that you're watching, you really get a better sense of scale. Certainly on the streaming things. Now, this is the key thing to remember. I'm specifically talking about streaming boxes, certainly the Apple TV. Sometimes the Atmos elements, just when it's processing Atmos, it does it in Atmos MAT, and it's not a clean sort of bit streamed straight to your AVR. So I find those elements, those sky elements, those up in the air elements, tend to be a bit off, a bit subdued. So give that a try. If you've got an Apple TV and an AVC, AVR, or soundbar that is capable of DTS, Neural X, and Auro 3D, and you're feeling that Atmos is not really doing it for you, you feel that maybe something is missing a little bit, that's because the processing is done by your Apple TV puck and not your soundbar or your AVR or AVC. So give it a go. Change it from auto to digital, Dolby Digital 5.1, and then either experiment with Neural X or Auro 3D. It's worth a try. I've noticed it a few times where it just sounds good, because, and also on streaming, not everything is in Atmos. So sometimes just leaving it at 5.1 and then having your AVR, AVC, or soundbar just sort of do all the heavy work for you. And certainly if you've got a Sound of God speaker above you, which if you haven't got, I would thoroughly recommend doing it. It's easy to do. Give it a go. It's well worth it. I've noticed it's been a bit of a sort of enjoyed movies a lot more that I wouldn't necessarily enjoy on streaming. And I've been lacking a bit in the Atmos front, and have been transformed in many ways when I've done that. Give it a go. Let me know your thoughts. If you've liked what I've wittered on far too long about, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've also, if you're interested in TVs and tech and stuff, I've put some links in the description of my favourite TVs of 2026 and soundbars and so on. So give that a gander, and I'll see you next time. Take care.